What do you think of Conor McGregor trying to potentially set his sights at Usman? Because technically you're the guy that would be fighting for the title, but here he is sort of talking about fighting for the title himself.
It's cute, man. Connor's it's cute. It's just cute. It's basically what it's saying. You don't do nothing at 70. You have some type of power at 55. You could skip I don't know who and what at 55. That's cool. But at 70, that wouldn't even be a conversation just based on his record alone. He's like 1-1 at 170, you know. And on top of it, you have to go through me if you get to the title shot. I dictate who gets the next title shot and when that'll be, you know. And that's just simple, man. If I'm fighting Conor, maybe somebody else gets the title shot. If I'm not fighting Conor, I'm fighting right for this title. Well, then I'm fucking having owl soup, you know. A part of me is like, it's not my problem. I don't care. And another part of me is like a fan, somebody who watches the sport. And Conor brought a lot of eyes to the sport, so it's good to have him back. And I don't know how long his hiatus was. How long has it been since he fought?
I was against Khabib in 2018, UFC 229.
And he's back to fight a top contender. You know, he's not picking no slouch. He's fighting a stud. And Cowboy is an older Cowboy has been through a lot of wars, yeah, but it's still Cowboy. Not only is he a draw, but he's very competitive individual. I think he's like number 6 or 5 in the world right now. So he's definitely no slouch, you know. Were there tougher fights? Of course there was probably tougher fights, but it's a great fight. I'll be tuning in. I'll be watching.
Is it safe to say that you'll be kind of, I know you faced Cerrone in the past, but is it safe to say you'll be going for Conor? Because if Conor wins, that sort of leaves more options for you, you know, in the life of Jorge Masvidal.
I don't know if Conor wins means that he fights me. I really don't know that. I don't think so. You know, from watching interviews, hearing, you know, things, I don't think so, man. I think Buddy goes a different path, man. Maybe I'm just looking to the future here. But I don't think so, man. I think I end up making owl soup at some point this year.
So do you reckon it's more likely that you fight Usman as opposed to Conor next?
Yeah, part of me feels like, man, Buddy doesn't want the scrap. Well, cool. Okay, next. You know, I'm not gonna linger on it like that or force nobody to dance with me. You don't want to dance, it's cool. On to the next, buddy. Someone's getting there.
Well, I was going to say, you mentioned how you're going to be there at the fight potentially. I think you said it was 90% likely you'd be at UFC 246. And we remember in Anaheim when you were there after Nate Diaz won and you were sort of there cage side. That fight between you and Nate was pretty much made that moment after Nate won and he looked over at you cage side and, you know, you were super pumped to potentially fight him. Do you think your presence at UFC 246, being there cage side if McGregor wins, might be the thing that sort of pushes this fight over the line? I mean, he couldn't really ignore you if you're right there, octagon side, right?
I mean, he couldn't, you know. It's a part of me there is to watch the fight because I love fights as well, you know. And also, if I do fight Conor, maybe it's something I do pick up on the live streaming that I couldn't see on the TV. So that's a part of it, you know. If I get called out, yeah, we cut a dope ass promo. Everybody sees it. I don't know. He does a with a cage and knocks Dana White into the fucking third row because he pushes him to try to punch me and whatever the fuck. I don't know what the kids are into these days. What type of WWE promo they can cut? All I can tell you is if my management says, hey, listen, the contract's here. This is what we're doing. It's time to go to isolation, Dark 030. Let's go to war. That's what I'm waiting for. I don't even give a fuck who it is, to tell you the truth, man. I want the belt, you know. I don't mind showing the world just how good I am. But it's in my management's decision exactly.
Yeah. We'll get off Conor in a second, Jorge. Last question about him. Just because you're going to be there, what is your expectation for the fight? How do you see that one going? I know you've been giving out good analysis lately.
I said it earlier. I said it yesterday. Conor's amazing off the blocks, I think. You know, he's got great timing. While guys are getting their timing, Conor's already coming in with the timing. He already has your timing by the time people are getting their timing. Good power, good confidence in it. I would rank Conor one of the better starters of the sport. Donald, on the other hand, is more of a rhythm fighter. He takes a little bit of the work out of it. He, you know, puts his feints together, his movement, starts to gauge the speed, see how fast, how strong they're throwing, then he starts to work on that, and he's like a rhythm fighter, so over time he does a little bit better, you know? And I think he has a little bit better endurance than Conor as well. So I think it's if If Cowboy comes down, he's like a dual threat. It becomes more of a problem, and I start to lean towards Cowboy. If he just comes out flat-footed and he's in front of Conor, I heavily go towards Conor, man. It's just tailor-made for Conor. Flat-footed right-handed fighter is custom-made for a southpaw with a decent left hand. So it could be interesting, you know, because even in that mayhem, Cowboy can land the knee, can land the kick. He's a bigger guy, but I just think it all really depends on Cowboy what strategy he comes out with.